In the age when the forest still spoke to men and the gods walked softly among mortals, there lived a man whose name carried thunder. His name was Ologundodo.
Sever.
He was not born ordinary. On the night of his birth, the sky burned red, the drums in distant villages beat by themselves, and the elders knew a protector had entered the world. Ologundodo grew into a man of towering presence, broad-shouldered, sharp-eyed, and calm in a way that unsettled even the bravest warriors. He was a warlord, feared by enemies and honored by kings. But more than his strength with the sword was his mastery of spiritual power. The Orisha listened when he prayed. The ancestors answered when he called. Charms bent to his will, and no evil arrow could find his flesh. Under his watch stood the great village of Onigbajamo. Onigbajamo knew no famine, no invading army, no lingering curse. When war approached, Ologundodo stood at the front with his generals and soldiers, men trained not only in battle but in discipline and loyalty. When unseen calamities crept from the forest or the spirit world, Ologundodo sealed the village with ancient rites, drawing symbols in the dust while chanting words older than memory. The people revered him. Children stopped playing when he passed. Elders rose to greet him. Women sang his praise names at festivals. Ologundodo, the wall that does not crack. The fire that burns evil to ash. Yet, within his own compound, beneath the roof meant for peace, lived a shadow. Her name was Oworo. Aworo was beautiful, dangerously so. Her smile was soft, her voice sweet like palm wine, and her eyes held secrets too deep for light to reach. Unknown to the village, unknown even to the generals who trusted her as their leader's wife, Oro was a witch, bound to dark covens beyond the forest and the night sky. She loved power more than love, and she envied the honor that followed her husband like a second skin. While Ologundodo fasted and purified himself before battle, Oworo whispered spells into the wind. While he fortified Onigbajamo with protection, she sent dreams of doubt into his sleep. She worked her witchcraft carefully, never openly, never foolishly, always leaving confusion where victory should have been clear. A charm would fail at the wrong moment. A trusted scout would lose his way. A ritual would require repeating. Still, Ologundodo prevailed. But Oworo was patient. At night, when the moon was thin and the spirits wandered freely, she met with shadows. She traded blood and secrets, promising something greater than betrayal, the fall of the protector himself. Her heart hardened, and the bond of marriage became nothing but a disguise. The gods watched. The ancestors stirred. For even the strongest wall can be attacked from inside. And though Onigbajamo slept peacefully under Ologundodo's protection, fate had begun to turn its slow, dangerous wheel, one betrayal at a time. One season, when the rains delayed and the forest grew restless, Ologundodo went hunting alone. Not even his generals followed him, for the spirits had spoken in his dreams, calling him deep into the heart of the wild, where paths disappear and truth reveals itself. As he moved between ancient trees, he sensed a presence not of danger, but of great power restrained. Then he saw her. She sat beside a fallen silk cotton tree, calm and radiant, as though the forest itself had shaped her. Her name was Akamara. Her beauty was not merely of flesh, it carried the weight of the spirit world. Her eyes shimmered like hidden rivers, and the air around her trembled gently, obeying her breath. Yet she was weak. "A hunter of men and spirits," she said softly. "I am in need." Ologundodo, guided by honor and the laws of the ancestors, did not question her origin. He shared his food with her, roasted meat and water from his gourd, and spoke protective words over her. The forest grew quiet as Akamara ate, and with each bite, her strength returned. Grateful, she rose, and the ground itself responded to her step. "I am Akamara," she revealed, born of the higher realms. My enemies have bound me to hunger and exile. You have broken that chain. In that moment, something ancient stirred between them. Ologondodo saw not only her beauty but her destiny intertwined with his own. And Akamara, seeing his clean spirit and warrior heart, accepted the bond fate was offering. I will follow you, she said, if you will honor me. And so, Akamara entered Onigbahamo as Ologondodo's second wife. From the moment Akamara stepped into Ologondodo's compound, Ororo felt it. Her charms trembled, her mirrors cracked. The night spirits that once obeyed her turned their faces away. Akamara's presence was light sharpened by wisdom, the natural enemy of deceit. Unlike Oro, Akamara did not rush to attack. She observed. She listened to the walls, the dust, the fire. She saw the stains of witchcraft hidden beneath everyday things. Quietly, she began to unravel Ororo's works, sealing spiritual gates, cleansing charms, and strengthening Ologondodo's protections without his knowledge. Soon Ologondodo noticed a change. His rituals became stronger, his dreams clearer, his enemies fell before battle even began. His generals returned victorious again and again. The village prospered and the gods smiled openly upon Onigbahamo. When Awero finally struck openly, blinded by rage and jealousy, Akamara was ready. On a night when the moon stood full and judgment hovered in the air, Akamara confronted her. Their powers clashed, not with noise but with truth against deception. Awero's covens abandoned her. Her spells turned inward. The secrets she had hidden screamed for justice. At dawn, Oro was exposed. Stripped of her powers and disgraced before the ancestors, she faced the consequences of her betrayal. Some say she was banished beyond the forest. Others whisper she was taken by the spirits she once commanded. But her influence over Onigbahamo ended forever. With Akamara beside him, Ologondodo became more than a warlord. He became a living covenant between worlds. Together, they fortified the village with both strength and wisdom. Evil could no longer approach unseen. Calamities turned away. Even neighboring lands sought counsel from Onigbahamo. The people sang new praise names. Ologondodo, protected by destiny. Akamara, delight that unmasks the night. And so, Onigbahamo entered an age of peace, though the elders knew well. Every great legend rests between triumph and the trials yet to come. The story of Ologondodo was far from finished. For power always invites envy. And destiny never walks a straight path. Stay tuned for the next part. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video.